Hello everyone, this is Tuesday's math lesson, and today we'll be learning how to solve problems using measure. We'll be using our learning from yesterday about how to measure accurately in centimetres. So to start with, I thought we could play a game. The game, there is a link to it in the OneDrive in case you want to have a little go at it yourself at home as well, because we're only going to have a quick little go together now. So I'll share it and we'll see if we can give it a little go. Here we go. So measuring in centimetres. There are two levels to this game, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 just uses whole centimetres. So if you were using those worksheets yesterday, that's probably the level for you, unless you fancy a challenge, or you were doing the other worksheets, in which case you want level 2. That measures in whole and half centimetres. We're going to do level 1 together. We'll just do a few. Here we go. So how long is the pencil sharpener? Have you noticed how it's lined up closely with the starting point of the centimetres on the 0 line? And there's another little draggable line over here for me to move across so you can see where the object ends. There we go, all lined up nicely. Have a look up at the ruler. How many centimetres long is the pencil sharpener? Is it 2 centimetres, 3 centimetres, 1 centimetre, or 4 centimetres? That's right, it's 4 centimetres.
Well done.
Here's the next one. How long is the pencil? Just like the sheet we did the other day. Drag that down so it's all lined up with the end. Here are your choices. 13 centimetres, 14 centimetres, 15 centimetres, 12 centimetres. Have a look at the ruler. Where's the end of the pencil come to? 14 centimetres.
Brilliant.
We'll do one last one, the crayon. So it's lined up at the start for us already. Move the draggable line to the end of the object. Have a little look. How many centimetres? 9 centimetres.
Brilliant.
There we go. Like I said, if you want to have a go at this game, maybe before you start the main task today, or perhaps if you've got a spare 5 minutes at another time, it's there for you in the OneDrive. There is a link to it. All right, stop sharing that for a moment. I've got something else to show you now. We're going to have a go at solving some problems. And to do that, we're going to a robot factory. So let me bring it up for you. There we go. Just move this out of the way a moment. And share this with you. Here we go. So, Rosie's Robot Factory. Here we are. Here's inside. Here at the Robot Factory, we make robots of every shape and size. All the parts we need are here. Can you use your measuring skills to help us solve some problems? Here's my little robot, look. And he says, can you help us make and measure some robots? In the OneDrive, you will find 2 sheets. They're here again. Just move my little image out of the way. You've got a puzzles sheet and a robot parts sheet. What you need to do is to print them off, cut out the puzzle cards and all the robot parts along the dotty lines. Mix up the puzzle cards and you're going to pick one at a time at random. I've got mine in a nice stripy tin, so you can put them in a tin or a bag or just spread them out face down on the table and just pick one at random. That's fine. And then use the robot parts to solve the puzzles. And our little robot friend reminds us that we will need our ruler. It doesn't matter which type you've got at home, whether you've got one of the stripy ones or whether you've got one like this with the numbers down the side. It's fine. Either ruler will work. Remember, a centimetre is always a centimetre. So I'll stop showing that and we'll go through one quickly together just so you see what to do. So in my tin, I've got all my little puzzles. I'll pick one out. Okay, and I've got this one. Make your own robot 20 centimetres tall. Okay, And then I've got all the parts for the robots cut out, ready to go, look. So I've got some feet, I've got some bodies, I've got some heads, okay? The only thing you need to make sure is that every robot you make has got feet, body, head. Okay, so there are 3 parts for each robot. Every robot has to have a head, every robot has to have a body, every robot has to have some legs and feet. They're together on one card, okay? So I need to try and make a robot that is 20 centimeters tall. So if I get my stripy ruler, I'm going to make sure I line the bottom of his feet up at the start of my ruler. And I need to make sure he is 20 centimeters tall. So up to the end of the bar, remember, yeah? Not the start of the 20 line, the end of that stripe. Otherwise I've missed out that centimetre, haven't I? So I need to choose my parts carefully. 20 centimetres, if we have another look, is quite tall, isn't it? So do you think I'm going to need all the small parts of the robot or all the biggest parts? I think I'm going to try all the biggest parts and see what happens. So I've got a nice big body with some arms on. Let's see if I can find the biggest head. I can see, oh, that one looks like it's probably the longest head, and then the legs and feet. Here we go. So I'm going to put those on my board, and then I'm going to measure it to see whether or not I've made my 20 centimetre robot. I'm going to make sure they touch so that there's no gaps between them, otherwise that's cheating, isn't it? You'll put yours flat on the table, obviously, and that'll help a bit. I'm having to pin mine up on my board. Yeah. And then when I've got them nicely laid out like that, I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to place it next to the robot parts and try and measure it accurately. Remember, where does the bottom of my ruler, or if you're using the other type of ruler, where does the 0 line need to go? Okay, the start of my centimetres, not the end of my ruler on there, is it? It's the start of my centimetres. It needs to go lined up, doesn't it? Is that any good? No, because that's not measuring anything, is it? How about this? If I put it up here like this and started measuring from here, well, that's no good either, is it? Because I haven't measured those parts of the legs. So I need to make sure I'm lined up really carefully, that the end of my ruler or the start of the centimetres is lined up with the start at the end of the object I'm measuring. And I'm going to go up and, oh, look at that. 20 centimetres. I've got my 20 centimetre robot there. So that one I've done. I can put that puzzle to one side and I'm ready to pick out another one. And you can keep doing as many as you like, all right? There are plenty, and I think there's 15 puzzles. So there's plenty for you to have a go at. Some of them involve accurate measuring like we've just done. Others involve comparisons. So you're going to see if you can make the smallest and the tallest robot and then maybe measure the difference between them, okay? Have a really good go. This is a nice fun activity and it just gets you practicing those measuring skills in a problem-solving way. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.